A number of hybrids between various Felid species are possible. This article deals with hybrids between the species of Felinae and those between Felinae and Panthera species. For hybrids between two Panthera species, see Panthera hybrid. Cervical caravel. A cervical is a cross between a male serval and a female caracal. The first cervicals were bred accidentally when the two animals were housed together in the Los Angeles Zoo. The offspring were tawny with pale spots. If a female cervical is crossed to a male caracal, the result is a car cervical. If she is crossed to a male serval, the result is a cervical. A male caracal crossed with a female serval is called a caravel. Margao-Oncilla hybrid. There were attempts to breed the oncilla or little spotted cat with the Margao by Dutch breeder Mme Falkenrohel in the 1950s. These appear to have been unsuccessful. Marlett. The marlett is a hybrid between a male Margao and female ocelot. In May 1977, the Long Island Ocelot Club announced the birth of a marlett bred by Barbara Brox using captive-bred parents. There was no description of the marlett, but the parent species both have rosetted or marbled patterns on a sandy background. Lynx. The lynx or lynx cat is a hybrid of a bobcat and one or other species of lynx. The appearance of the offspring depends on which lynx species is used, as the Eurasian lynx is more heavily spotted than Canada lynx. These hybrids have been bred in captivity and also occur naturally where a lynx or bobcat cannot find a member of its own species for mating. In August 2003, two wild-occurring hybrids between wild Canadian lynx and bobcats were confirmed by DNA analysis in the Moosehead region of Maine, USA. 3 hybrids were identified in northeastern Minnesota. These were the first confirmed hybrids outside of captivity. Mitochondrial DNA studies showed them all to be the result of matings between female Canada lynx and male bobcats. A male Canada lynx bobcat hybrid was trapped in 1998, radio-collared and released, only to die of starvation. The female hybrid was fertile. In November 2003, a spotted lynx cat was observed in Illinois, 500 miles from normal lynx territory, but it may have been an escaped hybrid pet. The hybrids closely resembled bobcats with larger bodies and smaller feet, but had some lynx-like features, long ear tufts and almost completely black tip tails. The Canada lynx is a protected species in 14 U.S. states constituting the southern part of its historic range, but the hybrids are not protected and are shot by hunters. Some of the odd-looking cats may be color morphs of either bobcats or Canada lynx rather than hybrids. This poses the danger that protected Canada lynx are being killed. Euroschaus. The Euroschaus is a man-made hybrid between the European wildcat and the swamp or jungle cat. It should not be confused with the Euroschausii, which is a cross between the domestic Schnauzie breed and a European wildcat. Jungle lynx. A jungle lynx is a hybrid between the jungle cat and bobcat, bred as an exotic pet. Later generations can include domestic genes, as they may be crossed to savanna, Egyptian Mau, Serenity, Caracal and Pixie Bob domestic breeds. Domestic cat and hybridization. The domesticated form of the African wildcat, known as F. sylvestris catus, has been hybridized with several wild Felid species. These are sometimes called feral domestic hybrids. This is a misnomer because feral refers to a domesticated animal species which has reverted to living in the wild. The correct term is artificial or domestic wild hybrids. Confirmed domestic cat Felid hybrids Some pairings have given rise to more than one breed developed under different registries and bred to different standards for appearance and different percentages of wild Felid genes. They are therefore different breeds, not synonyms. Bengal, domestic cat Asian leopard cat, Bristol, domestic cat Margao, Schnauzie, domestic cat jungle cat, stone cougar, domestic cat jungle cat, Cheeto, Bengal Ossicat, jungle bob, Pixie bob jungle cat, jungle curl, Hemingway curl jungle cat, Machbergal, Vivaral and Jambi, domestic cat fishing cat, Pantheret, Pixie bob Asian leopard cat, Punjabi, domestic cat/Indian desert cat, Safari, domestic cat Jeffroy's cat, Savannah, domestic cat Serval, Serenity, Bengal Oriental Shorthair, Usheri, domestic cat Amerasian leopard cat, domestic cat Caracal, domestic cat Oncilla, domestic cat/black-footed cat, domestic cat Rusty spotted cat, domestic cat Ocelot. 2 litters of confirmed hybrids between a female ocelot and male Bengal were born in 2007 and 2008. Domestic cat Sandcat. Kittens were born to a domestic female, sired by a male Sandcat, in 2013. Hybrid breed wild Felid Afro Shauzi, Shauzi African wildcat, Euro Shauzi, Shauzi European wildcat, Scottish Shauzi, Shauzi Scottish wildcat. Attempted or unconfirmed hybrids Mandalan Jaguar, domestic cat Jaguarundi, domestic cat Canada lynx, domestic cat Bobcat. There are reports of bobcats breeding with domestic cats, but evidence of offspring remains circumstantial and anecdotal. Their interfertility is yet to be proven scientifically. Domestic cat Palism's cat, the Jaguarundi curl is not a Jaguarundi hybrid. It is a short-legged domestic breed developed from REFR's Highland lynx breed. Ossicat The ossicat is not a hybrid between a domestic cat and an ocelot. It is derived from Siamese and Abyssinian domestic breeds of cat and gets its name from its markings which resemble the spotted markings of an ocelot. American lynx, desert lynx, alpine lynx and highland lynx The desert lynx and American lynx breeds were originally claimed as bobcat hybrids with around 12.5% wild genes. In spite of their bobcat-like appearance, DNA testing failed to detect bobcat marker genes, and these cats are now considered wholly domestic for the purposes of ownership, cat fancy registration, and import and export laws. This parallels the case of the pixie bob in that foundation cats in the breed were speculated to be bobcat domestic cat hybrids. The lynx breed group expanded with the derivative alpine lynx and highland lynx breeds. See also. References. I. Kusmanich and Paul Lower. Paul Lehausen, Mike Tumkeys, Wildcats, Francis Pitt, Wild Animals in Britain, Edward Hamilton, 1896. External links and online references, hybrids between wild and domestic cats, hybrid felids, rare and exotic feline registry wild domestic hybrids bred as pets.